Welcome to this unboxing video of the Darstaed Mk Suburban coach, the 57-foot coach, and this is the latest of the coaches to arrive in stock with the manufacturer, and a bit of an update really on where Ellis Clark is with its current projects. Those of you who follow the news that we publish regularly on our website World of Railways will be aware that Ellis Clark Trains has announced at the Gildex show in Telford last weekend a Black 5 in O gauge, and of course that's the perfect form of motive power to haul the rake of coaches which it is producing. In this latest update newsletter we have the Thomson coaches that are expected in the first and second quarter of 2020. Various specifications, the colours that are being produced, so teak, crimson cream and maroon, detailed interior and a lit interior as well, and of course the Mark 1 Suburbans which have just arrived into stock. Now these are going to be available in 3 liveries. We've got the maroon here, which is available in lined and unlined. It's also available in crimson and in blue. And of course don't forget that it also has its range of Mark 1 coaches with a bit of an update on where it is with stock levels there in this latest update. So if you want one of those, hurry, because quite a few of them are already out of stock, with others showing low stock. Anyway, enough of that to one side for a minute. This is what we're interested in. It's the Mark 1 57-foot Suburban, and a beautiful model it is too. I have to admit, I think this is actually the best model I've seen to come from Darstaed, purely because of the way things measure up and the accuracy and attention to detail that they've paid on the model. It's got quite a bit of heft to it, which is quite a bit more than you'd expect from something that's injection moulded in plastic, and that's probably because it's not all injection moulded. The roof is, however the sides are etched brass, and that gives you this finer aspect to the windows where there's less depth to the frames there, and beautiful interior detail there as well. I'm not sure how easy that is to see on camera, but if you just take a look there, we've got some little pictures behind the seating area there on all the compartments, and all the seating is upholstered with a bit of an impression of a pattern there on the seats as well. Now, important things to note about this model is that it has interior lighting, and that's provided courtesy of a pickup. This is to one bogie only, but you've got a bit of a switch there which you can flick, so if you want to isolate it and not have it in action, you can just flick the switch there, or alternatively leave it on, and this just takes power from the track. So these are working screw couplings. Some of you might criticise that they're slightly overscale, but I think for the most part a lot of you will be quite happy with that, because you can get hold of them that much easier with your hands and couple up your rakes of coaches. And to be honest, when this is in use on a layout, you're not really going to notice them that much anyway, so I think that's perfectly acceptable as a solution. Sprung buffers as well, lots of lovely end detail there as well. There we are, handrails, and all the little grab handles, door handles as well. The Mark 1 connoisseurs amongst you will note that the door hinges on this model have been omitted, or have they? Because inside the packaging we get these little packs of separate door hinges. I'm not sure how easy that is to see. Let's just grab one of the packs here. There we go, on a white background, so you can probably just make out there that there's quite a few in one pack. Each door has 3 hinges to it, 3 packs of hinges, hence there's quite a lot of gluing on of these hinges to be done on the model. Those are injection moulded in plastic, and I suggest just applying them very carefully with a pair of tweezers and a minimum amount of glue, just to get the best effects, and probably just blow over with a bit of a dirty weathering just to harmonise the colours after you're done. The bogies are also compensated, as is traditional with Darstaed rolling stock. So if we just take a look at the underside of the model there, you can see the pivot point there held in place with a double nut, And here we have a little screw which goes into the side of the bogie side frame. There's a degree of flex on the bogie just to iron out irregularities in your track. We did find on some occasions these screws were prone to coming loose, so if you find that's a problem with your model, on this sample it seems to be absolutely fine, but if you do find it to be a problem, you can always take the screw out and apply a little bit of Loctite when you screw it back in to the right distance, and just make sure that it doesn't work its way loose. Now, the inside of the coach, of course, you might want to detail with some passengers, and you might ask, how can I get inside? Well, reading the instructions, it's very simple. You've just got a simple hole here if you align the bogie with the bottom of the model, and just down there at the bottom there is a Phillips screw which you can access with quite a long and thin Phillips screwdriver, and just turn it a few turns, no more, because otherwise the captive screw might be lost. And you can see it just down there in the bottom, actually, under the window, just in there. That screw needs to be released. Off comes the roof. There's one at either end. There we are, one on the other side as well. And with that you can install your passengers. You can maybe have one reading a newspaper or whatever on his way to work, as these are often used for commuting traffic. Yeah, just detail the inside and add a little bit more interest to it. Now, looking around the model, you'll note that in terms of transfers, none are applied except for the emergency lighting point just down there on the chassis rail. And included with the model is this pack of transfers. There we are. So this provides lettering in white and gold yellow, so you can apply these to your coach ends. So you've got the C1 there for the end, you've got the wheelbase, tear, etc. So just looking around on the underside here, you can see we've got plenty of detail. We've got dynamos, we've got some battery boxes, we've got some vacuum cylinders as well to actuate all of this brake detail which is present. In summary, a fantastic model, and with an RRP of 169, what's not to be liked for a ready-to-run, beautifully detailed O-gauge coach. I have to admit, I think Darstaed have done a really good job this time, and the more I look at the model, the more I like it. I mean, I can see there's some luggage racks at the top there in the along the roofline, if you just tilt the model that way as well. Beautifully modelled, highly recommended. Why don't you treat yourself? The Christmas is coming up soon, or stick it on your Santa wish list. There we go. Darstaed Mk 1 Suburban, 57 foot, beautiful model.